Are you searching for personal development, motivation, self-help, success? Peter Sage. Well, you've come to the right place. Hang on.
Welcome to the Expect Success Podcast, a presentation of GeorgeBollock.com with your host, George Bollock. This podcast is for all things personal development. Don't expect success, prepare for it. Please welcome your host, George Bollock.
Welcome to Expect Success at GeorgeBollock.com. Now, in addition to listening to our podcast, you can also view the video format on YouTube at GeorgeTube.com. Peter Sage is a motivational speaker, serial entrepreneur, author, philosopher, and teacher. He's made appearances across the globe inspiring people with his philosophy. Peter is the founder of a number of multi-million-dollar companies, including Energie Fitness Group, Worldwide Corporation, Space Energy, and Sage Business School. He's the best known for his expertise in analyzing human behavior, self-mastery, and strategic and therapeutic intervention. Now today, Peter is going to share with us the absolute fastest way to make money in 2021. Listen to Peter.
What's the fastest way to make money? Oh, if there was ever a question that I get asked on a regular basis, it would be that one. What's the fastest way to make money? And people focus on money because they think money will solve their problems. And the reason most people have that false belief is because a lot of the problems associated to people who don't have much money are connected to that problem, lack of money. So they make the mistake of thinking if we get more money, then we'll have less problems. And people with money understand that that's just not true. You have a different quality and a different set of problems, and they could be quality problems, but problems don't go away just because you have money. So, on that note, what is the fastest way to make it if you are still chasing that rabbit? Well, here's the tip. It's not looking for more sales. It's not getting up earlier and making calls. It's not knocking on doors. The fastest way to make money is to raise your self-worth. How do you raise your self-worth? Check your peer group. If you upgrade your peer group, you will upgrade your self-worth. Case closed. You see, raise your self-esteem, trade your peer group, and ask yourself a question, how can I add value? And all of a sudden you look over your shoulder one day and think, wow, where did that money come from? Because now you're focusing on what you can give, which is the byproduct or a consequence of that is money coming in, rather than sitting in front of the fire and bitching about the fact that it's cold, and if only you had some heat, you'll go outside and fetch some wood. That doesn't work. You want more money? Become a person of value. Upgrade your self-worth, mix with the people that already have what it is that you want, contribute and adding value, and I guarantee money won't be far behind.
That's awesome. Now, for more from Peter Sage, simply search YouTube, and be sure to go to his website, petersage.com. Peter's bestseller book, The Inside Track, can be found at his website and or Amazon.com. And I'll be sure to leave a link in the show notes. And remember, as the late great Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today you've been hanging out with Peter Sage. Keep up the momentum. Subscribe to our newsletter so you never miss another episode. We'll catch you on the next show. And thanks a billion for listening. See ya.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Expect Success Podcast with your host, George Bollock. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please rate, subscribe, and review. And find more great content online at GeorgeBollock.com and on Facebook and Twitter at George Bollock. We'll catch you next time. And remember, don't just expect success, prepare for it.